This is VOA News. I'm Marissa Melton. The United States is weighing a response to Iran for the strike on Saudi Arabia's oil industry, the AP's Ed Donahue reports.
Iran's foreign minister says a U.S. or Saudi Arabian attack on Iran would set off an all-out war. In Abu Dhabi, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says diplomacy is the way to work this out.
While the foreign minister of Iran is threatening all-out war and to fight to the last American, we're here to build out a coalition aimed at achieving peace.
South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham says Iran can't get away with this.
Restoring deterrence is going to require a military response that will create some amount of pain, so they'll be less likely to do this again. And to me, it's not an all-out war scenario unless Iran wants it to be.
Iran's foreign minister says they will have a lot of casualties, but they won't blink to defend their country. Ed Donahue, Washington.
A powerful suicide truck bomb has devastated a hospital in southern Afghanistan, killing as many as 20 people and wounding more than 90 others. AP correspondent Zarya Shekley reports.
The Taliban, who claimed responsibility for the bombing, have carried out nearly daily attacks since peace talks with the U.S. collapsed earlier this month. The massive explosion destroyed part of the hospital in Kalat, the capital of southern Zabul province, and left a fleet of ambulances broken and battered. Hours earlier, a drone attack in eastern Afghanistan's Nangarhar province blamed on U.S. forces killed and wounded as many as 30 people, most of them civilians. There is no immediate response to requests for comment from the U.S. military in Afghanistan. I'm Zarya Shekley.
3 former executives of Tokyo Electric Power Company have been acquitted on criminal charges related to the 2011 meltdown of 3 reactors at the Fukushima nuclear plant in northeastern Japan. The executives were the only people facing prosecution for the disaster. This is VOA News. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says he can't say for sure how many times he's worn brown or blackface. AP correspondent Julie Walker has more.
At first, Trudeau did not answer repeated questions about how many times he wore blackface or brownface. As of Thursday afternoon, 3 photos surfaced.
I am wary of being definitive about this because the recent pictures that came out, I had not remembered.
The most recent photo of Trudeau in brownface was taken at a 2001 Arabian Nights party when he was 29 years old. With his bid for re-election a month away, the Prime Minister apologized and begged Canadians to forgive him. I'm Julie Walker.
Israeli political challenger Benny Gantz said Thursday that he, not Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, should lead a new unity government.
אני מעוניין ומתכוון להקים ממשלת אחדות רחבה וליברלית בראשותי.
Gantz's centrist Blue and White Party won the most seats in parliament in this week's election. There was no clear winner in the election, however. Gantz's party won 33 seats to 31 for Netanyahu's right-wing Likud party. Both Netanyahu and Gantz have called for a unity government, but Gantz says he should lead the next government since his party won more seats than Likud. U.S. lawmakers will move next week to begin passing legislation combating human rights abuses in Hong Kong. It's an action intended to send long-term support to democracy activists in Hong Kong. Some of the key activists in Hong Kong's pro-democracy movement were on Capitol Hill this week. Here's Denise Ho.
I want to thank the Congress for giving the support because this is a message to these Hong Kong people that we are not isolated in this fight. We are in the forefront of this very global fight for universal values.
After months of protests, activists in Hong Kong succeeded in forcing the withdrawal of an extradition bill, widely seen as an incursion by the mainland Chinese government. If legislation passes in Washington, the bill would allow President Trump to use the Magnitsky Act to sanction Hong Kong and Chinese authorities for human rights abuses, while ensuring protesters are not denied entry visas to the United States, and that Hong Kong is complying with U.S. sanctions and laws. Wednesday, President Trump used a permanent marker to sign a new portion of the rust-colored metal barrier at the southern United States border. It's reinforced with concrete and rebar. He was in a suburb of San Diego that separates California from Tijuana, Mexico. The president told reporters that up to 800 kilometers of border wall that is about a meter thick is under construction, but it's premature to end the national emergency he's declared. Marissa Melton, VOA News.